Well, hello there, everyone. You have right here of like this, T-shirt right here of the solar eclipse right here. And how many of us have ever thought of that to where that they can use a pair of glasses like these, like the old, Total Solar Eclipse, special made glasses, and let's just say if you're going to be using that to take a vision test, and how many of us will maybe want to wear a vision test, vision test where you look at the sunlight like that right there. I'm like you look at the sunlight maybe for a couple of seconds or so, and basically that for how well that you're able to see visible objects, and that we talk about maybe including some flashing lights, and so that if anybody warns is that maybe some lights they are coming streaming in, and so so if we want to call it like lights coming from the left and then to the right. But talking about for any kind of eclipse, if anybody warns us that that after since eclipse. It'll be about another 4 or 5 years or so until the next eclipse. But you have right here, that if anybody warns us that this shirt that I went and made right here, that it's like say that drawing artistic details. And how many of us can maybe warrant to where anything that you're looking at in the sky, especially that why is it that seems like that you're not able to capture all the details for what's going on in the sky, and for like whenever you draw it out that you're able to put about 4 or 5 pieces together of a puzzle. But you get right here is this eclipse t-shirt right here, if we can see that right there, and then you have right here is the glasses right here. So it seems like with the glasses though, with the glasses right here that talk about for the eclipse right here. But basically that whenever we're going to be looking right here, that if anybody will warrant to where that is like positioning with eclipse glasses. But you have right here is the eclipse glasses right here, and how many of us are going to maybe warrant to where can you really use glasses like this? Really use glasses like this really to take a vision test, and I guess it basically means is that that you would actually look at that round object right there. If anybody say round object, what round like the sun right there. But anyway, if anybody warns is that that if you spend maybe more than $300 or $400 or so just for a display of the eclipse, or maybe if it's the meteor shower, and that you're also wondering too that exactly that and I know that with these eclipse glasses right here that just like going to a 3D film, that you spend maybe $15 or maybe $20 on the glasses, and maybe on the popcorn it is, and want to know about the popcorn bags. But so if anybody warns where if you go to maybe the movies or something like even for a parking spot, how many of us are going to maybe warrant to where that if you had to pay just to get a good parking spot just to be able to watch the eclipse, how many of us are going to maybe say that that they had to pay about per person that they had to pay at least between if it's between maybe $20 or $30 or something, maybe 10 or maybe $1.50 or something like that for a parking spot. But anyway, but talk about right here is the t-shirt right here. So if anybody warns is that that you have these t-shirts, and let's just say if it's maybe the Super Bowl or the Olympic Games, that you have these t-shirts, and what do you usually do whenever that they're expired, and whenever that these t-shirts, any products that you have are too old? But still though that you're looking at at the eclipse, and at the time that you're like one or two that put these glasses on, and if anybody has wonders as to if you've had a pair before, but look at it kind of like if you want to look at it like kind of like a telescope, to where that whenever you had these glasses on, that microscope, if you want to kind of think about it as like a microscope, and if we were be taking like doing any sorts of science related project, and maybe if we were looking for maybe certain germs, or maybe studying about stem cell, I'm like that anything that is related to looking through a microscope just to find out about studying about organisms and liquid. I'm like, yeah, that if we're going to have a microscope, that maybe some microscopes, how come that they don't design some of them to where you can actually see certain organisms inside of liquids and stuff, compared to those big, long, shape, tube-looking instruments. But anyway, but talk about it's like, the eclipse glasses, and how many of us had thought of that to where that they're going to go ahead and, with the eclipse and, use the sun and wear these glasses right here and use the sun as to where to take like a vision test. And if anybody wants is that vision test, I'm like, you can't really see anything other than the sun whenever you're wearing these, but still that. And I also look at it as like, kind of like fireworks. Whenever you buy fireworks and you burn them and they're gone or whichever, but still that with these glasses, you can maybe look at these glasses like besides a souvenir, you can also look at them as a source of way of like a science project. You look into, if you're looking in the sky, especially during the day, and then the things that you can still see while wearing these glasses, you can still see clouds. And so if anybody wants is that, the things that maybe that you can see in the sky, with these glasses, and thinking necessarily to her that, want to know about really that what all can you still see with these glasses, even though like, the eclipse, but it's like, eclipse at the moon, but having these glasses though, that like, just like if it's the New Year's or if it's the 4th of July or some special holiday like that you're like wearing to where that even though if the display was only displayed for about 25 or so minutes to half an hour, does that basically mean to where, oh, okay, there's nothing else really to see out of these? But still, if anybody say that, unless if you're looking for any sort of glow-in-the-dark sticker or so that you can still see the sun right here. But also, that whenever you're looking at the sun, that usually hurts your eyes sometimes, don't it? But whenever you're taking a vision test, you're able to still see the sun, and you can maybe still see the cloud. You can still see the clouds passing by, but still, that you look at it like a vision test or something to help you relax your eyes. And that's usually how I look at them, is to where whenever I'm looking at the sun, how many of us could maybe say that looking at the sun for more than 15 minutes can get very boring? I'm like, really, how boring is that to stare at the sun? It may look like grapefruit in the sky, but still, that how many of us looks at that as to where it's boring to stare at the sun for 15 minutes when after the eclipse, and think it is to where it's not getting darker. But what else is the sun supposed to do, huh? What else is the sun supposed to do other than get darker? Well, is it supposed to get from bigger to smaller? Or is it also supposed to test your eyes as to where this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west? But other than that, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.